Hey, this show's brought to you by
Manscaped.
That's correct. And what happens, Steve, when you use the promo code DANGLE?
You get products that you can shave your balls with.
20% off and free shipping, my friend.
Oh, well, I was right, though.
Well, yeah, of course you are. I mean, you get the products, and you get 20% off, and you get free shipping. Use that promo code DANGLE. It's called Dangle. How do you pronounce it? Spell it? Sorry, how do you spell it?
DANGLE.
Dangle. Let's start the show.
SDPN, the Steve Dangle Podcast, with your hosts, Steve Dangle, Adam Wilde, and Jesse Blake.
Let's go!
Well, it happened.
And then it happened again.
It did. Every goal that Auston Matthews scores for the remainder of the season will be a record breaker.
It'll be history.
Every time.
That's cool.
History.
Cool.
Sorry, I saw some people digging in about that. That's not history.
Well, it's history for the Leafs.
Yeah, it is.
Why isn't it history?
Because people just hate
It's because
the
it's
Leafs.
Toronto. Okay,
Yeah.
I get it.
People
Fair
just
enough.
don't
Fair
like
enough.
this
They just
team.
hate-
It's fine.
They just hate us. That's fine. Listen, I could care less what anybody else thinks. I think it's fucking great.
They've been around for over 100 years, and he has the most goals in a single season.
I think that's impressive. Now,
Yeah.
now the actual record-breaking goal was vintage Auston Matthews. And, we can talk about, we've got to get into, you can bet that in about 5 minutes here, but I just want to say about these couple of goals, that the vintage Auston Matthews goal in the power play in the second period was amazing. By the way, the shots were 30-10 at that point.
Scott Wedgwood was alone.
Man.
Gee.
The thing that I loved was the overtime goal.
Oh.
That's a superstar player. I mean, like, vintage Auston Matthews is great, but you don't see him score on the rush as much.
Not
right?
like that. That's more of a McDavid goal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And that's
or a Marner goal.
But star players can do that. They can just say, "This is okay. We're putting this game away now. It's done."
Yeah.
Well, and also like 3-on-3, people talk about, it's skill and the playoffs aren't anything like that. No. What 3-on-3 actually is a line change competition that the Dallas Stars lost. And it's players with unique and elite ability taking advantage of players who also have that, but they're tired.
Right.
And he quickly identified, all right, I got Pavelski here. He's not going to catch me. Seguin is not prepared for me. He's not going to catch me. I have a breakaway right now. There are 3 defenders in front of me, and I have a breakaway. The elite players can do that. He did that, scored. Bob's your uncle. Game's over.
Sheldon
56.
Keefe said it best after the Florida Panthers game. He said the game ended 6-6 in a tie, and then you go to the 3-on-3, and it's a coin toss.
Yes.
That's essentially what it is amongst NHL players who are so skilled and so much open ice. Like, it necessitates Auston Matthews going end to end. He can just go around the end and around these guys. He's too fast. He's too skilled.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just it's not typical hockey. Like, it really is a coin flip.
Oh, it's been fun, hasn't it?
Yeah.
This has been a very, this story has been so much fun, and that's 49 goals in 49 games. And for anybody that's like, that's not comparable to Gretzky, it absolutely is, and I'll tell you why. Gretzky did his from game 1 to game 50 when he did 50 and 50, and then I think he did 50 and 37.
He did, it was game 1 to 39.
To 39 or whatever. Yeah, it was 39, 50 and 39.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Like, that's incredible. But if you score 50 goals in 50 games, you score 50 goals in 50 games.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it started from game 1 or if it started here in the last 50 games. Here's what I've had.
No.
50 goals in 50 games within the same season is still 50 goals in 50 games. And Saturday night, Auston Matthews could do it.
No, it's not from game 1 of the season, so no. Even though he will literally score 50 goals in 50 games, he doesn't have 50
People
goals
are saying
in 50
no.
games. Yeah, the people are saying.
I think
you're hearing it more and
I
more.
think people are just saying that to get under Leafs fans.
100%.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think that's a real narrative amongst people who understand what you're saying.
No. Empty net goals, they shouldn't count, even though Gretzky's 50th goal in the
Was an
50
empty
and
net!
39 was an empty netter.
Yes.
It's I think Leaf fans are doing a really good job of just actually enjoying this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just being like, holy shit, this guy's on our team. Like, is he the GOAT? Nick Barden asked that question yesterday, the greatest Leaf of all time. And can I just say the GOAT and the GROAT, both make me very uncomfortable.
Greatest Raptor of all time.
Yes.
Greatest Leaf of all time. I like that.
Kyle Lowry, the Groat, comes back to town, and I'm like, we can surely come up with a better nickname than that.
The gloat.
The gloat.
Gloat and
I like
Groat.
the gloat. I think that's cool, and I didn't mind the gloat either. I think that's good too.
Well, you're not allowed to gloat. in
Okay.
hockey, so we need another one. You
Nick
get punched in the
Alberga
face.
tweeted last night, since January 1st, Mitch Marner now has 68 points in 38 games. Prorated over 82 games, that's 147 points.
Mm-hmm.
Is that good?
That's pretty fucking good.
It's funny that Matthews is on this historic pace for goal scoring. Meanwhile, that's probably the best, I don't know, what is that, 10-week stretch any Leaf has
ever had
in terms of a point pace. The only guy who would even come close is Gilmore 93.
Yep.
And he probably doesn't crack that.
No, I don't think he had that many.
No,
And
he had
he had-
127.
And he had weapons around him too. People forget, like that team was stacked. Gardner and I think Clark was Clark or Sundin was the next year. So it was Wendell Clark, Mike Gardner, Dave Anderchuk. Like there was incredible talent on that team. A lot of goal scoring.
There
for Gilmore
was-
to rack up those assists.
I don't remember when it was, but we were talking about the pace of Matthews and Marner and how they both had a shot at beating Gilmore for a while. And it obviously that fizzled. It is currently bloody. There's 11 games left. And they are tearing the league to shreds. With the dude who was certainly not guaranteed a spot on the top line at the beginning of the season. He was demoted to the fourth line at times in Michael Bunting.
Yes, 100%. Started on the fourth line, I believe. It was Nick Ritchie that got the shot.
Yeah.
Philip DeMoss, who is a longtime listener of the podcast, said, "Here's how ridiculous a goal scorer Auston Matthews is. He just scored twice in a game, and his season shooting percentage went down.
No, you stop that.
He had 2 goals, 12 shots on goal.
Oh, he took too many shots.
Yeah, so his
Idiots.
shots on goal is 16.6. Before tonight, it was a 17.9, so 54 goals in 302 shots on goal. That's kind of neat, I thought. That was a neat little stat.
And he couldn't have done it without John Tavares. Sorry, that was another one.
No.
People were they took the segment where we talked about how, what a luxury it is to have John Tavares as your second line center, and imagine how much that helps Auston Matthews. And people were like, what the fuck? Why are you diminishing Auston Matthews? And I'm like, what?
Did people say that?
The mental gymnastics to interpret it that way. No, the team is awesome. There's so many great stories, so many great performances on the team. The segment was literally designed to talk about how good John
it was
Tavares
to hate
is.
on Auston Matthews. Let's do that.
Did you see the stupid statistic from Andrew Berkshire?
Yes, I did. Do you want to read that one out? Because I have it. I retweeted it and said, "You're only writing this because you work for a Toronto-based network," and somebody took me seriously.
Oh my god!
And they're like, "Well,
Okay.
you shit your pants," and I was like, and literally that's what they wrote.
What's the tweet?
So here's the tweet. Thank you, Jesse.
No, Jesse.
So
I hate it.
So here, let's all shit our pants first, and then let's read this from Andrew Berkshire.
Got
This is before the Dallas Stars game. Over his last 25 games, while he's on the ice, Matthews has seen his goalies save just 81% of the shots they face.
The goalies playing for the Leafs.
Playing for the Leafs. So remember we talked about Campbell was like an 8.
It was like an 880 something.
And Mrazek was also around there. This is so much worse than that. So over his last 25 games, while he's on the ice, Matthews has seen his Leafs goalies save just 81% of the shots they face. 81%. Indescribably bad. And yet, while Matthews has been on the ice, the Leafs have scored 59.97, so 60% essentially, of the goals over that time.
Wow.
Heart easily, Berkshire said. So with like legendarily bad goaltending while he's on the ice, the Leafs are still significantly outscoring the competition.
There's been 1 month of the season where they've received over 900 save percentage goaltending.
And that would be
And
October, right?
That was the November. That
Oh,
November
okay.
run where Campbell was on fire.
Oh.
And CJ brought this up, and he was just making the point of how good this Leafs team has been despite their goaltending.
Mhm.
And imagine if they had received just 9-10. You know, 9-10 is asking for a lot. Maybe 905.
No, it's not.
905.
They've got 9-10 in the past recently.
Yep.
You know, so this Leafs team, it's better than we think in some respects. But then you look at it and you're like, how much does the defense and their systems lend to the bad goaltending? And we don't know. But
I think there's something there. I think just going, goaltending's bad or getting goalied, it's a bit lazy because like I look at the 3 goals Jack Campbell allowed yesterday. So last night was the Leafs being great defensively and letting their goalie down.
Yeah,
it's the dichotomy of the Toronto Maple Leafs. But like the second goal is John Klingberg with nary a human being in sight.
we were going over some of the highlights upstairs before the show, Adam and I, before he got here, and that was the one. Klingberg was behind 3 Leafs players.
Yeah,
he was in front of the net, and 3 Leafs players were up the ice in front of him.
Yeah,
that's not where you can't have an opposing player standing right there in the clear.
What if Giordano makes a wild swing just to try to get him at the last second?
And Gio runs back to try and cover it, and like that's stuff where okay, you understand you're under 900 goaltending when you allow players to get that close to the net.
And Brody not being able to move Pavelski, one of the best net front tippers
Ever?
I mean, forget in the league today, like ever, at least over the last 10 years. He's like, you talk about a player who with bread and butter. And then the first goal was, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. It was just kind of a weird one. Like, how many of those do you look at and you go, Jack, you piece of shit?
No,
none of them.
I didn't think that after the game. No.
This is why the Leafs sports science team can win them a Stanley Cup if they just figure out whether or not this team needs more or less caffeine. Mm-hmm. Like, do they need more caffeine to pay more attention, or do they need less so that they can calm down and focus? If you can figure that out, I'm not sure anybody can beat them. Like, they outshot them 41 to freaking 18. 41 to 18 in Dallas. And they need these points.
And Dallas got a point and it went to overtime, and it was a very close game.
Yeah. That does not make sense.
Do you think they maybe should have made a trade for a goalie, guys?
Oh,
Marc-Andre Fleury should have been a Leaf.
Marc-Andre Fleury should be a Leaf.
Oh, you mean, sorry, the Leafs. I'm an idiot. Well, but does Marc-Andre Fleury stop a Joe Pavelski tip that's going 5 feet wide?
Probably not.
Does he stop John Klingberg without tearing his groin in half? Does he?
That's a good point.
And a weird, like, I'm not trying to compare Jack Campbell to Marc-Andre Fleury, certainly.
No.
But we're asking him, oh man, can't you just give us a 9-10? But for him to go from what he has to that I don't think people are appreciating the miracles he would have to pull off in order to get there.
Because those 3 goals were goals that no goaltender is ever stopping.
And if they do, it's highlight of the night, and it's a hat pick for certain.
If Adam and Allen got Ken Dryden to suit up and play goal for the Leafs, he's still allowing 3 goals last night.
Yeah. Ken Dryden is prime.
Yes.
Prime Ken Dryden. Not Ken Dryden now. Might be more.
Like, so it's...
Might be more. Now, I don't think Ken's as limber as he used to be.
You don't know that.
I don't know that.
That's insulting.
That's why I said I can't. I think that.
He
I
just
didn't
came on
say,
your show.
I know, but I just don't know that he can, put his leg above his head.
What are you saying about Ken Dryden?
I'm just saying that maybe he has focused on other things the last 40 years.
Oh.
Disrespect.
Like being a lawyer.
He wrote more than one book. All right. Okay.
Oh, he taught at Ryerson.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, he ran for prime minister.
Oh. I like how you brought up Ryerson before. Like,
it was a thing
in Parliament.
Yeah.
I know somebody who was his TA.
Really?
Yeah.
What was that like?
She didn't know that he was a professional hockey
Get
player.
out. Really?
But then
that's funny.
He ended up signing a book for her dad because
that's cool.
She figured it out.
I love when people try to do it. Supposedly Bobby Bond tried to do a similar thing at the university in Oshawa. Mm-hmm. Like, he just tried to be a student, like, inconspicuously, and they're like, who's this 80-year-old man? Yeah. And then they figured out it's Bobby Bond, and everyone's trying to help him with stuff. He's, no, I need to learn this on my own.
Oh, that's
Leave me alone, you dastardly kids.
Dryden taught there for a couple of years, though, at Ryerson.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just want to quickly mention this, too, while I'm going to switch from goaltending back to Auston Matthews for a second. Top 10 NHLers in terms of points per game. Connor McDavid at 1.52. Auston Matthews at 1.47.
Hooray.
Huberdeau and Marner are the next two on that list. But if you look at 5-on-5, and I understand Flames fans when they're like, how the fuck is Johnny Gaudreau not even mentioned in the Hart conversation? And they're right. You're 100% right. Johnny Gaudreau leads the league in 5-on-5 point production at a .92. Number two on that list, Auston Matthews with a .89. Number 3, Mitch Marner. Number 4, Matt Tkachuk. And you do not see Leon Draisaitl until number 9. And you do not see Connor McDavid in the top 10. 5-on-5 scoring, Connor McDavid is number 12.
Adam, I want you to, in descending order, get down to Leon Draisaitl because I think it will be very funny.
Oh, that's going to piss.
The reveal is going to be
Edmonton
very
off.
funny.
Gaudreau, 1.
So sorry, this is even strength points per game.
Yeah. Gaudreau, Matthews, Marner, those are your top 3. At number 4, Matt Tkachuk. At number 5, Nathan McKinnon. Number 6, Timo Meier from San Jose.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7, Kirill Kaprizov. Number 8, Michael Bunting of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Number 9, Leon Draisaitl. And number 10, former Leaf, and always Leaf in our heart, Nazem Kadri. And not Connor McDavid.
You know, should the Leafs...
Is Auston Matthews better than Connor McDavid?
Should the Leafs trade for Leon Draisaitl to solidify their second line?
Yeah, they may.
Dude, that's so
funny.
silly.
That's funny.
That's so silly. That is tongue firmly planted in cheek, but holy shit.
Now we've got to
holy cow.
We got to pause what we're doing right now because it is time to talk to David Bassel from Sports Interaction on You Can Bet That. Now, remember, as always, gaming is 19 plus. Please play responsibly. And of course, we have great ways, strategies for you to play responsibly below in the link in this video. Let's get into it. David Bassel joins us for another week. Masters this week. And David, you're going to be proud because we do have a pretty big bet taken already on the panel today.
This is juicy. I love it.
Jesse, start us off.
I have bet 10 whole dollars.
Whoa.
Okay, I like it.
That
Hashtag
Tiger
responsible.
Woods would make the cut this weekend.
Wow.
You think that he makes the cut?
He makes the cut.
I see. Now, I don't know. Is that I feel like that's not risky enough. Do you know what I mean?
No. David, as you can attest, the odds
Yes.
were pretty even on both sides.
Really?
Because
They were.
coming in, if you don't know, Tiger Woods almost lost his life in a car crash.
That's true.
So he's been rehabbing for a year, and
you missed that. Eh?
he can
Yeah.
barely walk along the course. If you saw any of the play yesterday,
But I thought he was swinging pretty well, wasn't
he's swinging well, but who knows if his body can hold up for 4 rounds of golf.
Ooh.
So we didn't know going in how well Tiger's going to play, and
Yeah.
David, like, making the cut it's up in the air for him.
Exactly. Well, think of it this way, guys, because the Masters, as you guys know, is kind of like the Stanley Cup of golf, the Super Bowl of golf, right? The guy doesn't play a tournament in 14 months, and then boom, he's in the biggest tournament of the year, and he's doing as well as he's doing. I think it's a pretty good bet, actually, Jess. I at the beginning of the tournament, like earlier in the week, I said he would not. And right now, it looks like you're winning. You're on the right side of that, bet, my friend. Yeah, well done.
Now, we haven't talked about it enough on the show quite yet, but Auston Matthews, historic goals last night.
You never
obviously.
mentioned him.
No, we don't talk about Auston Matthews near enough.
It's a common piece of feedback that we don't talk enough about the Leafs
Yeah.
and their stars.
So
I get that. I wasn't going to say anything, but okay.
Now that he's broken the record, where's the best place to go? Okay, listen, I'm betting on him. Is it Hart? Is he going to hit 60? What do you think?
Man, you know what? It's funny you say that because this weekend at Sports Interaction, we're going to introduce a brand new Auston Matthews prop on where he's actually going to land. Is it 60, 65, 63, 64? That's going to be up this weekend. So take a look at that. I'm thinking that this guy is for sure part of the 60 goal club.
I think so too.
I mean, but then you also have to think to yourself, is he going to slow down? Is he going to go one game without a goal? I mean, it's a possibility. I just don't know when that's going to be, but I don't know. What's your numbers, guys? What do you have for that?
I say 62.
Okay.
Steve said something absolutely absurd on his LFR last night.
Okay.
Steve said the number 70.
No way.
Steve
Is
said
that what
it.
you think?
I don't know.
How do you think that's possible?
It's Auston
I'll take
Matthews.
that.
Okay. All right.
Dude, if he gets 50 and 50 tomorrow, I think all bets are off.
That's unhinged. No.
You're unhinged. You're talking about his pace is unhinged.
10 goals in 8 games or
Right.
something like that.
He's literally done that, like many a time. He has literally done that.
Are there even odds
done that
for
this
him
season.
to hit 70, David?
You know what? I'll tell you what. I'll put the dangle prop out there to the guys.
Okay.
In the lines management department. Get the 70 on the board.
Yes.
Oh.
All right.
The Steve Dangle, Auston Matthews hit 70 bet.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I like that.
I'm putting money on it. I
And,
will.
and,
I will.
and lastly,
Finally make a bet.
we promised you last week that there would be some Vezina talk as well. So if you're looking at the futures, Rangers fans are going to love this. Shesterkin is your absolute runaway favorite. But David,
Completely.
it's called You Can Bet That. Who do you think is the best opportunity? Does that make sense? It's not who's going to win. It's who's the best opportunity.
Yeah, you know what? This is a 3-horse race because clearly when you look at Igor at 1.31, Fred at 4.85, and then my selection, Jacob Markstrom at an even 10. I'm just, and it's Igor's to lose. We know that. I think it's going to be Igor's trophy, but they're tied in wins. Markstrom is off by 0.08 on goals against, 0.011 on save percentage. He has double the shutouts. His team's first place. The Flames travel schedule is way more vicious than the Rangers' very light East Coast travel. I think it's closer than we think, guys. I really do.
And
There's no backup in Calgary. There's an okay backup in New York. My vote would be Jake Markstrom right now, to tell you the truth. Sorry, Ranger fans.
Well, and what everyone forgets about the Vezina, you pull out your advanced stats and here's my player card and this and that. It's voted on by the GMs.
Yes.
They don't care. Wins. It's about wins. This thing may very well go to whoever has the most wins at the end of it.
Okay, so if you want to get in on this, it's sportsinteraction.com/SDP. That is sportsinteraction.com/SDP. As always, 19 plus. Please play responsibly. David, best of luck for your Masters this weekend. We'll see. We'll see how many you walk away with, how many wins Jesse walks away with. And thank you as always. It's great to see you.
Love seeing you guys. Take care.
So you think Auston Matthews 70 goals, huh? Because you said it in your LFR.
I said it in the LFR. I think it's not out of the realm of possibility. Jesse thinks it's unhinged and egregious, but
It's a little homerish.
it's unrealistic.
The Leafs have, as of right now, as of this recording, they've played 71 games.
Yeah.
That means they've got 11 left.
And he needs 14. He has scored 14 goals in 11 games before.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this season, like maybe a month ago. He would have to. Players who go on heaters do not stay hot forever. But he's got a shot. Even if listen, what is it? Aim for the moon, because even if you miss, you'll land among the stars.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't hit 70, he's still got a pretty good shot at 65, which is the Cap era record for goals in a season.
Ovi.
Set by OV 0708.
You got it.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. 0708. He was he was ridiculous, and I was like, no one's ever gonna do this again. And there's a Leaf doing it, which when Ovi was doing that in 0708, I never thought was possible.
I think first we got to get to 60, and then we'll think about 70.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
One step at a time.
So Mario got 69 in 95-96. That has to hurt.
Nice.
Mario got 69 in 92-93.
Oh, he did it twice?
Yeah.
In how many games?
That I don't have available to me, but probably less than. Yeah. Mario was insane. Bossy also did 69 goals in 78-79. People, man, sleeping on Mike Bossy. And Brett Hall did 70 in 91-92, and I think 92-93 was Teemu. And then I know, like, Brett Hall was just crazy in St. Louis in the early 90s.
I don't have the stat anymore, like in terms of memory, but I wrote an article years ago, the greatest single season goal scoring performances in terms of era adjusted goals.
Mm-hmm.
And Gretzky's not only is Gretzky's 92 goal season not the top season all time, it's not even Gretzky's top season. But the top season all time is Brett Hull.
86 and 70 games.
I think so.
That's 90-91. 86 goals in 78 games.
Can I give you the Mario games and his
yeah.
goal totals?
Yeah, please.
He has a 69 in 70 season.
Holy shit!
He has a 70 in 77 season.
Wow.
And this one, I think, is the cream of the crop. A 69 in 60 season.
Oh my God. I will forever hate injuries and robbing us of the truth of Mario Lemieux.
Isn't that crazy?
Look at that one. Look at
Mario Lemieux truthers, by the way, do have a point.
He retired, didn't play for 3 seasons, comes back, plays 43 games, has in 43 games, after 3 years of retirement, 35 goals, 41 assists, and 76 points. 43 games. You mutant. You scary monster from space. Who are you? Who do you think you are? I am.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. And oh my God, the injuries. Even in his final season, he only managed to play 26 games. He had 22 points.
I can't believe he came back after the lockout.
You scary monster. Yeah. We were robbed of 4 entire seasons of Mario.
Yeah.
4 entire seasons and a half one.
And a half, the lockout, right?
Yeah. Was the best player in the world, beat leukemia, came back, best player in the world still.
Retired. Best
player in the world. Oh my God, what a scary monster from an evil galaxy of monsters.
The numbers are absolutely staggering.
They're crazy.
Yeah.
And you know what pisses me off too? Mario should have had a 200-point season. He was one short.
199.
Wow, I didn't
199.
realize that.
Gretzky's the only player to ever break 200.
We're creeping back up to the point where we can start in the NHL, and I love that we can do this, by the way. We're starting to be able to consider that maybe at some point somebody is going to be able to do 150 points in a season again.
Yeah, it's the longevity part of it is the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Like Gretzky, wow. Talk about a Freudian slip. McDavid and Draisaitl. Whoops. They were both on pace for over 180 points for a month.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was ridiculous.
And we thought, okay, like it was an incredible run. It was amazing. But we knew there would be some fall off at some point.
Right.
It's
but
just
where will they land?
Right.
So considering how hot they were, McDavid being, what's he at, 105?
108.
108.
Insane. Insane total.
It's insane, but it's almost disappointing.
Yeah.
Because you're you know what? If he can not slow down too much, he's got a shot at 150.
And I would argue that a lot of that slowdown wasn't his fault. It was just the team's coach that needed to be changed.
Of course. Or
Tip
even
system.
He could catch what Kucherov did a few years ago, or Thornton in 05-06, which I think was 125.
Right. He's also off of his pace from last year.
Yeah.
Last year he did 105 and 56. This year he's
God.
at 108 in 71.
God. I also keep forgetting, so I just mentioned Thornton and Kucherov. There's still time left in the season, and he's so goofy he could do it.
Yeah.
120 is I think it'd be disappointing if he didn't have
120. Yeah, I think he's doing 120.
I think he'll cruise by 120.
I also think it's kind of neat that we could have potentially 3 50-50 guys this year. And Leon Draisaitl's the first one to do it. 50 goals, 50 assists.
Oh.
Matthews needs 9 more assists in the next 11 games. It's doable.
Mm-hmm.
Connor McDavid's got to get 8 more goals in the next 11 games, which is 100% doable.
Do you have Leon's shooting percentage in front of you?
Yeah, it's 20.1%.
Leon Draisaitl is shooting 20%.
And it's not like he's not...
That's not egregious.
I think it's the second highest number of his career, only off of his Hart Trophy winning season.
Yeah, it's high.
It's ridiculously high.
It's good.
20% is crazy, Steve.
Yes, but for most people. But he's Leon Draisaitl, right? You just said it's not even the highest one of his career.
Right.
So
the other one, he won the Hart Trophy.
Yeah. But you're Leon Draisaitl's shooting percentage, and I'm can't wait to get a load of this.
That'd be 50%.
It's going to be 1 in every 4, and you say it's 1 in every 5.
It's not even the highest in the top 3. Chris Kreider, 20.8.
That's his season.
It's a little unsustainable. I think.
Yeah.
But like you look at his career, and there's no evidence that this existed.
The highest.
Not this.
What do you think the highest shooting percentage in the top 10 in the NHL in terms of goal scores? So these are the top 10 goal scorers. This is what they do. Top 10 goal scorers in the NHL. What's the highest shooting percentage?
It's not Kreider?
It is not Kreider.
Somebody's beating 28%.
Someone is beating 20.8%. It's not 28%, 20.8.
Can you give us the top 10?
20.8.
Yeah.
Like the top 10?
Oh, I thought it was 28.
No, 20.8.
Oh, no. Holy shit.
No, can you imagine?
Oh my
I'm just
God.
going to
That's
score.
what I was-
I'm going to score 4 times. Or I'm going to.
One in every 3 shots.
One in every 3
almost.
shots. Yeah, okay.
That's what I thought.
So we got, okay. So Matthews is 1, Draisaitl's 2, Kreider's 3, Ovechkin's 4, McDavid's 5, Kyle Connor at number 6, Kirill Kaprizov at number 7, DeBrincat number 8, Forsberg number 9, and Elias Lindholm from Calgary at number 10. He's tied with David Pastrnak, too. We could throw Pastrnak in there if you want.
Which one of those players has the highest shooting percentage is what you're asking.
Which one of those has the highest of the top 10?
I think it's Philip Forsberg.
You think it's Philip Forsberg?
Yeah.
Okay, Jesse, why? Well, first off, why do you think it's Philip Forsberg? And then we're going to Jesse.
Jay Fresh always posts his... fuck. I can't remember which player card it is. But
Did you
it's
say just Jay Fresh always fucks Phil Forsberg? Is that what you're saying?
it's something along those lines. No, it's... Oh, shoot. I can't remember what it is. It's like expected goals. Matthews is second to Philip Forsberg.
Because Philip Forsberg has a high shooting percentage.
He's missed some time this season, but like before that and after that, just
Okay.
killer.
All right, Jesse, who do you think?
I'm going to go with Adam Wild's favorite player on his favorite team,
That was my second.
Alex DeBrincat.
Yep.
Alex DeBrincat has a very normal 17%.
No?
That's why I'd bet on Alex DeBrincat. If Chicago's willing to give that guy up, go and get Alex DeBrincat if you're a general manager. Because this guy, that is not an unsustainable shooting percentage for a player like that. You're crazy not to sign that guy.
If DeBrincat never hits 50 goals in a season, the Blackhawks failed.
Yeah, well, he's got 39 right now. But Steve is right. Philip Forsberg.
Yeah.
21.7%, almost 22%. Now, of the players I named, Matthews, Draisaitl, Kreider, Ovechkin, McDavid, Connor, Kaprizov, DeBrincat, Forsberg, Lindholm, and I'm going to throw Pastrnak in there because he's tied with Lindholm in goals. Who has got the lowest shooting percentage and is still top 10, tied for top 10/11 in the league?
Connor McDavid.
Connor McDavid.
I think, yeah.
Why do you say Connor McDavid, gentlemen?
Feels like he gets a shitload of chances.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his is low. 14.7%.
Yeah, I know he's having an off year in terms of goal production.
Which is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's 42.
Yeah, it's because he should have more goals than he has.
But
Yeah.
the person with the lowest shooting percentage in the top 10, tied for the top 10, is David Pastrnak.
Wow.
12.5%.
That is...
Which is akin to, like, you expect the highest scorers in the league to shoot 17 to 19% is regular, right? It's usually like for especially... Sorry, 17 to 18%. That's normally what the best players in the league get. That's the average.
For most teams, if you have, I don't know, 2 players in your middle 6 shooting 12%, you're like going to win the cup.
Yeah. David Pastrnak, who has 38 goals anyway, 12.5 save percentage or shooting percentage. That's pretty crazy. That's fun. I love doing stuff like that. That was a lot of fun. Matt Duchene is also shooting the lights out, by the way, at 20%. Nice. He's among the highest in the top 20, and I'm just looking at the top 30 here. Yeah, nobody's got a higher shooting percentage right now than the 21.7 from Philip Forsberg.
Years like this always make for a fascinating free agency.
Yeah,
because it's like quickly becoming like a very clear outlier in terms of offensive production. And agents are going to go, well, this guy scored 60 points and got X million. My client has 90 points, and so he should get this million. But scoring's up. So how do you, as a general manager, A, get the talent or retain the talent, and B, not overspend like a crazy person?
Yeah.
I'm excited for the NHL to overreact and ruin this.
Oh,
This is
absolutely.
How will they ruin it, though? Let's
this
go
is
through
the
the strategies.
highest scoring season since the 90s. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And
Keep it up.
the
It's so good.
NHL
It's
is going to
great.
look at this and say, you know what? Enough fun.
Enough is enough.
Let's implement some rules so guys can't score goals.
Boo.
You know what people hate in basketball?
The baskets.
They hate dunks. You know what they hate in baseball? home runs.
Dingers.
You know what
I like a good pitcher's battle where it goes 18 innings and nobody scores.
I have vivid memories from when I was a kid of going to a Raptors game and fans would go, "Boo! Keep the pizza. We don't want the pizza."
Pizza, by the way, in Toronto, if you get over 100 points, everybody gets free pizza.
They've changed it, so now it is, I think, 10 threes, and you get free fries.
Yeah.
McDonald's
you just get
bought
the fries? Oh, McDonald's bought it.
They bought out the sponsorships. I think it's a free medium fries if they hit 10 threes.
Wow.
I think it's a better way to do it.
No. Why?
No?
No.
Well, because we'd be like cheering like during a 20-point loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, you could do that.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You know?
Yeah. Screw
also,
it.
who's going to keep track of free 10
They
threes?
do
it.
Yeah.
On the jumbotron, but the 100 points, they can't do 100 points because 100 points is too easy now.
So do 110.
scoring. Yeah, they would just move the points up, but it's not a round number. It's not fun, so they didn't. They did 10 threes. Yeah, I think maybe they'll save on some fries. McDonald's really needs the help.
Why weren't things simply the way that they were when I was growing up? Said every old man.
The Leafs game, they do slice of pizza when they. What is it?
6 goals?
No,
5 goals.
no.
Slice of pizza.
It's like
when the national
goal.
rights holder pretends not to like the Leafs. Got it. Okay, cool.
It's a goal. If the Leafs score a goal, I think in the first period, you get a free slice of pizza.
Oh,
that's
Jesus.
really that's a low bar.
Yeah, because I got a slice.
Also
the game.
unattainable with the way the Leafs start games.
What company is that with? Are they bankrupt?
Pizza.
Oh,
Pizza
so
moved
no
over.
then.
I don't know how I know all of the in-game arena
Jeez.
sponsorships, but I guess I go to too many games. But when I was at the St. Patrick's Day game, I got a free slice of pizza because I think it was Leafs score in the first period, and then you go the next day and you get a free slice of pizza. Anyways.
Do you remember all the box scores for the intermission Timbits games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always keep track of the kids.
Team Red actually usually wins.
Little Timmy, liability.
Little Timmy, yeah, no, he had a great game last time.
There
Oh, he
always,
did? Okay,
yeah.
There always is that one kid who dominates the rest of them. So I just want to take a look at the standings in the East for just a second here because this is fun. Toronto's played 71 games, which is more than Florida, more than Boston, and more than Tampa Bay. Boston and Tampa are both tied at 93 points right now. Boston gets the edge, though, because they've got one more win.
They're
now,
gonna play the fucking Bruins.
Just hang on.
No,
Stop distracting. No, you have to listen to this. This is good.
Here's
Here's why this is good. Because Boston and Tampa, I believe, play tonight. Their next game is against each other. And for the Leafs, with 98 points, and Boston and Tampa at 93, what this can mean is that one of those teams is going to be tied in games with the Leafs at 71, but only have 93 points, which puts catching them a lot more out of reach. Now, the Leafs at this point have not even claimed a playoff spot because the NHL loves parity and loves their pity points.
Wait,
if Boston,
really?
Huh?
They haven't claimed a playoff?
No, I think it's what's the thing tonight? There is actually a bizarre stat out there. I think the Islanders have to beat Carolina and then New York and Toronto. Yeah. The New York Rangers and Toronto Maple Leafs will both clinch a playoff berth today if the Islanders lose to Carolina in regulation.
We're 2 games away from all the clinching scenarios.
You know what? Props to the Islanders because this should have been dead in the water a long time ago.
Should have been, but they're fighting. Now, I want to say this. It's really tough. I'm not saying it's impossible, but if the Leafs have at 71 games 98 points and the team in the wild card is at 71 games at 93 points, that's a tough lead. And it almost makes it close to insurmountable. I'm hoping the Tampa wins. Because I might prefer them. But it's not any better, I'll be honest with you.
No, Adam, that's bad.
Here's
don't
what
prefer the back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. What are you doing?
I just don't want. I don't want the boogeyman sometimes.
No,
I
not
don't want you, Boston. I want you, Boston.
They're all
Thank
boogeymen.
you.
I think. Listen, it's gonna be shit no matter what. Let's go through the Bruins.
Yeah.
Here's the worst outcome though. They go to overtime and they both get a point.
Wow.
Ugh.
So naturally,
it's what'll happen.
So
Yes.
the playoffs start in May.
May 2nd.
Yeah, but that's it seems so long from now still. Like we still got like 3 weeks to go. It's May.
I don't know if it was on mic or after. You're like, man, there's like a month left in the season. No, there is not.
There is 3 weeks.
It's April 8th. Your birthday.
May 2nd.
Happy almost birthday.
Thank you. That's 3 weeks.
It is 3 weeks. That's crazy. This is
But
gonna be fun.
it doesn't end. The regular season does not end May 1st. It ends like
We have-
April 29th.
We have
so
12% of the season left.
There it is.
That's a lot of percent.
actually,
Yeah, about 10 games, about 12%.
Yeah.
I'm not wrong.
What a strange but accurate way to look at it.
Okay, so I want to take the next 10 minutes and talk about this. There's a new addition to the SDPN.
What?
Don't you know?
No.
Don't you know?
No.
Haven't you heard? Ain't you heard?
We got to fight.
We're gonna have a fight. So Jesse sends us a text yesterday.
You haven't sent a single announcement tweet.
I know. Because Jesse didn't allow me to. He sent me a text yesterday and said, "Hey, check it out."
Yes, he did.
Mm-hmm.
And I said public, and he said, "What do you mean?"
Mm-hmm. And Steve said, "Is this public? Hello, is this on
public mobile? Like, or did you move over from Rogers?"
Jesse, you knew what he meant.
Not really, but I first read it, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Jesse Blake, do you want to tell everybody about the new addition to the SDPN?
It's been coming for a while that we have to expand what we do here at SDPN. We can't just be hockey guys. You know, we are not the hockey guy. Mm-hmm. We have to go into other sports.
We do.
And this is our first foray into that.
Whoa. Endeavor.
Right now, you can go on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. Google always takes 7 damn days, so you can do that in a week. You go on Amazon Music. You can go on the SDPN YouTube channel.
Android's inferior.
And check out the first episode of my brand new podcast, The Jesse Blake Sports Report.
Yay!
I started a podcast!
Jesse started a podcast. Now, before we get to the problem with this, because there's a huge fucking problem. I don't know if you've spotted the problem. But the problem
you may have identified.
You might know the problem. But okay, so really excited about this. Steve and I have both heard it, and it sounds great. And honestly, it's Jesse being Jesse, which is awesome. Now, you kind of have a different take on this because you're covering multiple different sports, and this whole thing, it didn't really have much to do with hockey.
Right, yeah. On the first episode, we have on Rob Wong and Cam Lewis, and we do a Blue Jay season preview. And that's what literally expedited this podcast and me releasing it and getting it done. Last week on Friday, when it was just the solo episode afterwards, Steve and I, we were talking, and I was like, you know what? It would be a real shame if we didn't have anything going into opening day for the Toronto Blue Jays
today
covering their season. Mm-hmm. You know, I wanted to get some content out there for everybody who's a fan of the Jays, to bring in new fans, to build up the excitement for the Blue Jays season. Because as you'll hear in the first episode of the podcast, the Jays are the second favorite team to win the World Series. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers, then the Toronto Blue Jays.
And then the Dodgers are murderers, let's be honest.
The Dodgers,
a scary team.
Yeah, they've bought a franchise that every year they buy more bats and they just keep getting better. So after them is the Toronto Blue Jays. And this city, I want it to enjoy the excitement of the Jays this year. I want everybody to be at every game, 50,000 fans. So we have that on the first episode. We have Rob Wong and Cam Lewis to do a Blue Jay season preview. And then we have S from The Score, and he's doing a breakdown of why Scotty Barnes is the Rookie of the Year. And that's another scenario where I'm like, we need to get on this. We need some stuff if we're gonna be the sports network that we want to be eventually when we reach our ultimate goal. Like, this is the stuff we need to be covering, and we're gonna miss out on these moments if we don't do it now. If we don't get on it. And that's a lot of philosophy of how I do things. You know, it's just kind of, hey, I'm just going to do this, and then it's done, and then we do it, and then it's out there. And so
you're so impressive.
That's what happened with this podcast. I made the decision, like, get this done, recorded everything yesterday, and then the episode's out now. You can go listen to it. Take a listen to the Blue Jay season preview, and then Scotty Barnes Rookie of the Year. And then next week, we're going to have a Raptors playoff preview, because that's a team that's gone underrated all year because of their lackluster season last year. And they need the hype behind themselves going into game one of the NBA playoffs.
Now, the show is about 40 minutes long. I think you'll really like it. How many episodes a week are you doing?
I think we're going to do 1 episode a week for now.
Okay.
Maybe ramp it up to 2 come NHL and NBA playoffs when they're in full swing.
Which is cool. I love that. And I think it's going to be, this is just the start of, like, as Jesse said, we're moving out. We've got really good hockey coverage. Mm-hmm. Really, really good. And then with all the Game Over brands that are going to launch, I think we're going to be just about as close to saturated as you can, unless we literally bought the NHL rights from Sportsnet, which we don't have the money to do.
Adam has the money, but he won't let us use it.
I will not.
Look into the camera.
I will not buy the NHL rights. Which camera am I looking at?
Your camera.
Oh, that camera. I will not buy the NHL rights
And that's
with my
exactly
money.
why, because he doesn't know where the damn thing
Because
is.
I can't find my own camera. Therefore, I can't find the password to my crypto that I bought in 2011 that's now worth $400 billion. Sorry.
Your USB key that you keep in the attic.
That's right.
You know, where everyone keeps their USB keys.
So that's the story.
Oh, the crypto guy.
Yeah, he kept it in the attic. He's like, oh, I forgot it was there. I'm like, you fucking no way.
You didn't. Shut up. Or the guy who bought a pizza.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks. Now, so that's cool. So expect more of that. And obviously, as the year progresses, listen, it's a brand new network. Right now, obviously, we've got partnerships that are being developed. More to come, actually, which I'm really excited to talk to you about. And we're seeing our shows that kind of just launched blossom. And it took us years and years and years with the SDP alone for us to really get to the point where it's like, oh, okay, we've got consistent partnerships where there's going to be some money coming in and we can pay people properly. Like it was our show, so we could do it for free or not for free. But if you're going to have a network, you got to pay people.
We're paying people?
We are paying people. It's shockingly enough.
not you.
Okay,
yeah,
not you.
To be clear.
Yeah. So we are gonna be launching into that. We're very excited about that. It opens the door to a ton of different possibilities, and we've got very aggressive ambitions for what this is all gonna be. So really excited for Jesse's show. Now the fucking problem with it.
What's the problem with my show that just launched?
Name it.
One episode.
Name it.
It's called the Jesse Blake Sports Report.
Farts. Tomato.
Gross.
What's wrong?
It sounds like a bad, did you go to Humber College over the weekend and make a demo? No offense to Humber College, I went there, but are you kidding? That's what everybody says.
Why don't you call it the Vanilla Granola Sports Report?
Yeah.
What is that boring?
Why don't you call it Live, Laugh, Love with Jesse Blake?
Oh, that's disgusting. You should Live, Laugh, Sports. Call it Live, Laugh, Sports.
If HomeSense did a podcast, that's what you would have called it.
Yeah, sponsored by Michaels. Can we approach them, Adam?
You guys done?
Can we get them? Get 50% off card
You guys
stock?
done? You guys done? You guys done?
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
You guys done? Yeah.
We're done.
Are
You're not gonna defend this?
The peanut gallery is done.
You get one of those stars from Home Depot. Put it outside your house.
Mm-hmm.
It's two things.
It's decorative. It's pretty.
Also might mean you're swinging.
The name is great.
That's a rumor. Shut up.
It sounds like a throwback. It sounds like an early 90s ESPN show that runs on Sunday mornings. I like that vibe. I like that vibe of the name. The Jesse Blake Sports Report comes on Sundays at 10 a.m. on ESPN. Back in 1991.
Yeah.
Tickety one.
Bring it back to 2022. Like it. 2, when generating ideas amongst friends in a group setting, best idea on the table wins. I have proposed a name. Adam Wilde, Steve Dangle have thrown nothing onto the table. My name wins by default because you guys,
it doesn't make it good though,
are not helping the situation by suggesting absolutely nothing to replace the name. So give me something. So if my name is so shit, what's your great name?
See, this is the tortoise and the hare conundrum because we all celebrate it as a victory for the tortoise when really he just won by default. He won by shenaniganery. If the hare was actually paying attention, the hare would have kicked the tortoise's ass, and we don't talk about it enough. Jesse, Blake's take.
Shut up.
We're going with Blake's take.
I like Blake's take. I do. I think that's actually really catchy.
Never done before. Original.
Oh my God.
Blake's take.
For anybody who doesn't get the deep cut reference, Adam Wilde used to host a show with Blake Carter on Kiss 92.5, and she had a segment called Blake's Take. So
yeah, with the entertainment segment.
I'm not stealing that from
that's not stealing
from our past.
It just
you
rhymes.
Steal it like home base.
I'm not. That's off. Crossed off the list. Give me something else, Adam. What do you got?
I don't have anything right now.
Oh my God! Oh, look at that! I guess what are we gonna do? Not name it?
Takes by Blake.
My name wins. You've given me no name to replace it. I will go on the podcast catcher app, whatever
Podcatcher,
where I'm hosting the podcast. I will go on there and change the name right now if you give me a better name than the one that's there. You haven't given me that.
Default by Jesse Blake. Or default with Jesse Blake.
Yeah. How about Untitled? That would be better.
That's
Listen, here's
unforced error.
So I think it was unforced error, which is the naming the show originally. I think
What?
I think what we do is this. No, that's what it should have been. It's better. At least it's.
I was like, did I
naming the show that was an
accidentally-
unforced error? So is what I was trying to say, but I couldn't spit it out. So here's what I'm going to suggest. Okay, can we take the weekend and solicit some better ideas? Because the name sucks, man. I love you so much. You know that. I sat down to dinner with you last night. I was like, Jesse, that show is really good, and it's really an easy listen. Rob Wong is fantastic. Cam Lewis is in it. Cam Lewis is fantastic. S is in it. Like they were all so good. The guests were good. It was curated properly. It was produced well. I'm excited to see the visuals, which I have not seen yet.
Get to the butt.
But that fucking name.
Yeah, no.
We got to work that name a little bit.
You know what's better than a name? No name.
Ice cold. Sorry.
No, the 1 is better than 0, and you have given me 0.
What if we just called it No with Jesse Blake?
That's funny.
There it is.
Right?
No period with Jesse Blake.
Stephen A. Smith's first big show on ESPN was called Quite Frankly with Stephen A. Smith.
Was it really?
Yeah, because he used to say quite frankly a lot.
Yeah.
Quite frankly. And I think if we were to take something about Jesse, there's the no. He used to drop no's a lot. What else do we know about Jesse? What else can we say?
He hates that we know when his birthday is.
Which is tomorrow.
I hate that you know when my birthday is with Jesse Blake, where we talk about baseball and basketball and the like.
We can find something. We can find something.
I like the name, and I want to stick with it. I want this to be the name.
Listen.
What?
I don't know if Adam and I are going to be able to bully you out of this.
But the audience can.
But the audience can.
Our listeners are undefeated.
Dangle Navy.
What if everybody
Discord?
listening right now, you listening with your ears, are on my side?
Okay.
What if you listening right now are on my side?
Don't encourage this name. No. Here's what it is. No. I'm going to stop you right there. This is not going to be the name.
Why can't it be the name?
No, this will not be the name. And I'll tell you why. Because I am not going to an advertising pitch meeting, which I do every week. I am not going to another pitch meeting and having a name called the Jesse Blake Sports Report.
Oh my God.
What kind of farce and windstorm bullshit is this?
Can you hand me that mug? Just real quick? Because now I am Benedict Arnolding this. Adam, who the fuck do you think you are?
I have to sell this shit. I'm the guy that goes and sells it.
You're acting like you're the boss,
No,
Mr.
we're not.
Boss Man.
I'm not putting that in a slideshow. There's no way.
There's equal parts CEO.
Okay, well,
You're telling me.
So you're saying you like it?
You're telling me if
I'm saying I'm willing to listen.
No.
let's go,
Steven!
I'm willing to listen to the people.
You can't heel turn on me like that.
Maybe this is turning face. I don't know. I can't decide. You know, maybe I am special guest referee Shawn Michaels.
Can you fucking believe these guys?
You know what? I can't believe. You know, Adam, the cheek.
Guys, I have to sell the
On the
show.
first episode-
a title like that's not going to sell.
right now, if you're listening to this, the first episode's out. You can go to the YouTube channel and watch it. I want all the comments on the video to be, I love this name.
Oh yeah.
What a great name.
5 stars, great new show. Love the name.
Name is
Love
the best
the
part.
title. Yeah, name is the best part with Jesse Blake.
Says the guys that don't have to sell it. I'm so upset.
Adam, you're selling the numbers, not the name.
I am selling
Who cares
the name.
what it's
the
called?
name matters.
No, who cares what? We can call it Poop Poop Magoo, and it doesn't matter.
I think that's a better name. They'll be like, what's that about? Tell me more.
As long as it has the numbers.
Sorry, Budweiser. Poop Magoo is sold out this month.
Potty McPod face.
As long as it has the
Sports
numbers.
reporting McPort face.
Who cares what it's called? As long as it has the numbers. The name is irrelevant.
Help me.
The name is irrelevant, Adam. I don't know if you're realizing this.
Jesse sells it with his unique ability of linguistics and sports talking and sports reporting.
Yes, exactly. How are people supposed to know what it's about
God.
unless it says it right directly in the title?
It doesn't
it's very
even
simple.
say what it's about. You're talking about
it's a sports
Toronto
show.
sports.
It's sports and he's reporting on it.
Yeah.
And he's not reporting.
Also,
He's punditing.
There's no reporting.
He doesn't report. He doesn't go to a game and interview players. There is no reporting.
There's literally no
happening
reporting
here.
on it.
No,
it's punditry.
Jesse,
It's,
fucking help me help you.
it's a round table.
You want
at
this or
best.
not?
It's a hot stove. maybe.
Okay, let's call it primetime sports with Jesse Blake.
There you go.
Oh, and you got to wear sunglasses.
I hear that name's up, by the way.
No, is it?
The Toronto Blue Jays.
It's Jesse Blake. Here.
Don't forget the long burp.
I had lobster. Loves
Toronto Blue Jays.
Is that
Play
what
tonight.
that is?
Yeah, he's burping.
That's what that is?
Yes.
We're so off.
Anyway.
Yeah.
The name.
Do you want my
is
help or
irrelevant.
not?
I do want your help.
By the way, TJ is the one that taught me that. I want to give full
TJ
credit
does
to
a
TJ.
fantastic Bob.
His Bob McCown is beautiful.
Oh.
Mhm.
Interesting.
And I say that having listened to Bob McCown for like 10 straight years every day.
Oh, yeah.
So
I brought him his coffee.
Yeah, no. So this is not a disrespect to Bob McCown at all.
I brought
Jesse,
him what
we
made
got
him
it.
burp.
We got it. Listen, I love you, and I think this show's a hit. I think it's going to be fun. I think people are going to like it.
No.
It's really approachable.
No.
It's really
Yeah.
easy.
No.
There isn't a lot of hot take read. It's not even a lot of yelling.
No, there's going to be a lot of hot takers.
Okay, fine. But my thinking is, let's put something really like, wow, I got to check that out.
Wow. Yeah.
When
something great,
when
like
you
the
wrap
thing
a
you're
present,
suggesting.
When you wrap a present,
your great name that you've thrown out there. What is it, Adam? What?
I didn't even know that I was allowed to bring a new name to the table. Otherwise, I'd have prepared them.
Welcome to the
I
red,
don't
red
have
table talk.
We are out of time.
My name is Jada. You are now seated at the table.
Oh, is that how she starts it? Yeah, you're now at the table. And then
Welcome
it's like,
to the table. Adam Wilde, what is your name for the podcast?
I don't know yet. I'm gonna think of
Well,
something.
I guess we're gonna slap you.
Ooh, might be into that. Listen, I think at the end of the day, we could come up with a better name, and I want to give this show a fighting chance. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a good show, but I want this show to succeed. I don't want it to just live. I want it to thrive.
The name is irrelevant.
It's not.
I'm telling you right
irrelevant.
now. Who cares what it's called?
Call it irrelevant with Jesse Blake.
What is that?
You said the name is irrelevant, so we got it.
No, that's
Irrelevant.
We'll name this podcast later. That's cheesy.
No, isn't that? I think that's what we do.
Okay.
People like cheese.
I don't know.
Why is cheesy an insult? Cheese is like the one thing you add to things to make it better.
Okay. All right. Listen.
Pizza.
Listen.
Give me a
hot
better
dog,
name.
Okay.
nachos,
Give me something.
Coffee.
Guys,
We're gonna regroup on Monday.
we'll regroup Monday. Please send me some better names. Please, God, help me out here. You can DM me, and you can hit us always at the Discord or on Twitter or however else you want to find it. But Jesse's episode is out right now, and you can check it out. And it's a great listen. I really enjoyed it. Steve and I were like, I don't know what to make of this. And then we listened to it, and we're like, oh, this is actually really good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because we saw the generic name and we were like, I wonder what the contents will be.
Hey.
Yeah. You know,
Then it grew on. Despite Adam.
when I eat bread, I like it untoasted and unbuttered. That's how
I
that
just
name
like-
tastes.
Bread. Bread.
Do you want to do press conference or do you just wrap it up?
I'll hit the button.
Okay, we'll wrap it up.
The presser.
Oh,
Oh, the press conference button.
Wrong
Yeah.
oh, wrong button. Okay.
I hit
Press
that
conference.
one.
Dangle press conference.
Listen, let's talk about Magic Spoon. 0 grams of sugar.
Whoa. You want Jesse and I to handle this, or this might be too spicy?
There's a lot.
Does talking about it burn your tongue?
No, because Magic Spoon is easy on my stomach.
Okay.
0 grams of sugar,
okay.
13 to 14 grams of protein, and 4 net grams of carbs in each serving. Only 140 calories per serving. If I'm keto, if I'm gluten free, if I'm grain free, if I'm soy free, if I'm low carb, it's fine. They got options for you.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
Try their new habanero hoops.
They don't have that.
They don't have habanero hoops.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with saying that the cereal that I used to love growing up, sugar and all that stuff, upsets my stomach, because it does. It does upset my stomach. More than spicy stuff
You
upsets
can
your
say
stomach.
that, or you could say it's a little too spicy for me.
Anyway, I can't be eating that kind of stuff anymore, right? And that's why you want to try Magic Spoon. They've got blueberry, maple waffle, cookies and cream, peanut butter, fruity frosted. There's a whole bunch of different flavors, and you can make your own box. Go to magicspoon.com, promo code STP to grab a custom bundle of cereal, and make sure you use that promo code STP at checkout for $5 off. Go to magicspoon.com/STP to grab a custom bundle of cereal, and be sure to use our promo code
SDP.
Yes, at checkout to save $5 off your order. Now, here's the thing. Magic Spoon is confident. Magic Spoon has got its chest out.
It might slap you at the Oscars.
It might slap you. No, it will not. Magic Spoon will not do that. But they're very confident in their product. So confident that they'll give you a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they will refund your money. No questions asked. And no jokes about your family members. Remember, get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/STP and use the code
SDP
to save $5 off. Thank you, Magic Spoon. And thank you, Steve, for remembering the promo code. Look at you.
I'm so smart. I'm just really smart.
This show is presented by Manscaped. Told you that off the top, but you should know it again. Sign up for 20% off at manscaped.com using the promo code DANGLE. Splish splash. I was taking a bath, and I noticed I have beautiful hairless balls.
Are we going to get sued for that?
No, that's actually the script. Usually I go off script, but I had to read that one. Our friends at Manscaped, the global leader in below-the-waist hygiene.
That came in the script?
Yep.
Show me that.
That's the script.
Manscaped.
Yeah. See, it's right there. Splish splash, I was taking a bath. It's in the script. Now,
they're awesome.
They are the world leader in below-the-waist hygiene, and they are turning men's shower dreams into their favorite routine with the all-new Ultra Premium Collection. This is an all-in-one hygiene skin and hair bundle that is designed to upgrade the everyday man's shower routine from head to toe. Your skin, your hair, your balls, they all deserve this. Save big boy, your big boy, by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping. Use that promo code DANGLE. Now,
I'm happy for you, man. You
as
seem
the
really
week
jacked about
listen,
this.
as the week goes on, we're going to be talking about what this all entails, right? Because it's like, as the week's going, because there's so much here. I can't get through it in all one spot.
Not anymore, there isn't.
But
you're talking about in the script.
That's right.
Sorry, I thought you meant on your balls.
Get 20% off and free shipping with the code DANGLE at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code DANGLE at manscaped.com. It's time to get wet and clean with your new Manscaped shower routine.
Balls.
Sports betting, it's on everybody's mind, and Sports Interaction is Canada's sportsbook. You can do this before the game, live and play, or, you can bet on how your favorite player will perform. It's great. Canada plays at SIA, doing it right since 1997 with the most competitive odds. Sports Interaction makes it easy to deposit, play, and cash out. Head to sportsinteraction.com/STP. That's sportsinteraction.com/STP. 19 plus. Please play responsibly.
Adam, last time we got a little pushback when we did this. Mm-hmm. But you know what? Fuck them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Australian Grand Prix.
That's a great title.
You know what? Fuck him with Jesse Blake.
No, oh yeah, you could sell that.
I could sell that.
No,
I could sell that a lot better.
It's an eye grabber.
Australian Grand Prix is this weekend. What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking. First off, I think it's interesting the Ferrari and the Honda engines being so much better than all the cars with the Mercedes engines. But and then there's Alpine and Renault in there with their whatever. But I think. In qualifying today or in practice today, it was Leclerc at first, Verstappen at second. What I really love about F1 this year, yeah, in just in practice.
Oh, okay.
In terms of timing, and I know Mercedes had a good practice yesterday, a little bit less so today. What's very interesting about F1 this year, and Steve, you're new to it, so what used to be a problem is as the cars got bigger, and they have gotten much bigger in the last few years, overtaking became really hard.
Oh,
and so now. What they're able to do is they've got, they added something called DRS, which is one of the flaps comes up and you're able to, fly by a guy if you're within a second
NOS from Need for Speed.
Yeah. But what's amazing now with the way the cars are built is that you can have an overtake and strategically you can let a guy overtake you because the next time you're going to have DRS and you overtake him back. And it's a couple of corners later. And so what's happened is, and we saw it with Leclerc and Verstappen last weekend, or the last race, is there's a lot of, strategically, I might let him just pass me here, and I'll grab him on the next one. And it's so fun to watch because you got cars that are, these are $1 million cars driving within an inch of each other, just barely passing. It's spectacular television. It's amazing. So I love the new overtaking on Formula One. I think it's great. And I think the other thing I want to see is, Mercedes is really, really at the back of the pack, but what they are always known for is they're like the New York Yankees, right? Even when the Yankees start slow, by August, they're in it. And Mercedes is like that. I have a feeling that at some point this season, we're going to talk about a Mercedes car that has caught up with the rest of the field, and I just want to see how long it's going to take them to get there. So that's what I'm watching out for.
I have actually done my research on this. Mm-hmm. And because it's in Australia, I learned that the cars actually go in the other direction.
There you go.
It's very interesting.
There you go. What else we got?
This is from Hasty Clan. When will Knoxy and Kax start again?
Yes.
Do you want to talk about what happened with yesterday's episode and the finale of season 1 and when they'll come back? So,
if Auston Matthews didn't score the record-breaking goal, the thing we would have led the show with today is Knoxy and Kax.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think first off, I want to say I really appreciate all the support for that show, and they do too. We had tens of thousands of listens. It was supposed to be a 10-week run, and what the idea was to showcase what the show could be. Mm-hmm. You know, one of the hardest things to do in media is to sell a podcast, because when you're going in and you're selling it to sponsors, you have to explain to them how the business works. You know, if a radio or television rep walks into a pitch meeting, they don't ask you, "Hey, how does TV work?" Or they don't ask you, "Hey, how do you do your ads?" Everybody knows there's 3 commercial breaks every half hour, and they're 5 minutes long, or they're 3 minutes long, or whatever. It's always the same with a few variations. With podcasting, you have to literally go in and go, okay, so here's how we do it, and here's why there's value.
You have to start from the beginning.
And imagine trying to explain to people your father and your mother's age in their early 60s who are running these companies, you know, what it is we do and why there's value in it. Mm-hmm. And there's a tremendous amount of value. It's unbelievable the amount of instant support Knoxy and Kax had. And the reason that we wanted to do this run is because we want to bring them back full time. But we needed to see that that we could show advertisers that there was something here. It's really hard to sell a show on spec, right? Where you've never heard an episode before. Come on, spend money on this show. It's really, really impossible to do, especially in podcasting. So for Knoxy and Kax, this run, to me anyway, was to set it up so when we do go to advertisers, we go, listen, this is what they did every episode. Here's the total number. Here's what you can expect. And look at the engagement, right? Mm-hmm. And like any new show, you do have swings in some do higher than others or whatever. Any new show, you're going to see that. But what I was always interested in is, and this is something I actually learned from Steve Dangle, is how many people liked it and how many people loved it. And the people that were into it loved it. And I had a couple messages, especially around the Marie-Philippe Poulin thing, where it's like, hey, I hadn't given the show a shot, and it's really great. And I think that that's only due to grow. I hope that women's hockey has a league or something next year. Our goal is to continue with Knoxy and Kax. And I definitely would love to, if the PWHPA is open to it, continue that partnership as well. But, you know, we haven't had those talks yet. So they've been a spectacular partner. They've been amazing. Jana Hefford was on board with this from the beginning, and I have to thank her first and foremost. And then I think lastly, Carell and Liz, who I don't think Liz had ever listened to a podcast in her life other than jumping on ours.
She thought you were calling to invite her on as a guest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you're like, no, I want you to host. And she's like,
because like you could hear it, right? Some people you can hear that they're a conversation driver. And I said, who would you want to do it with? And she said Carell, and I didn't know Carell at that point. And I think, Jesse, you're the one who you know records and produces all these shows. Dealing with the two of them is the best. They're fun, but they're also extraordinarily knowledgeable. And you have two professional hockey players on the network.
Yeah, that's something that blows my mind every time is when they just talk about hockey things that regular people don't see.
Yeah,
you realize that professional athletes see things a lot differently than the average person. Even people who watch a ton of hockey, there's a difference between being on the ice and knowing the intricacies of the game and how the puck's going to bounce and all those little things that they have knowledge of. And it comes through in the recordings and when we're doing those shows. You know, you hear that the inside baseball of how their game works. And one thing that Liz said was so important for the show, and that why they were so passionate about doing it, is that it's a women's hockey podcast by women's hockey players. Mm-hmm. It's not other people outside of the game reporting on women's hockey. They are the ones talking about the game, and that's who they have on, the same athletes. And people are talking about, hey, this is the end of season 1. But if there's women's hockey news, they've already committed to coming back on pop-up episodes, which is fun.
Oh, so if we do get a big announcement, you can expect that, you know, you're going to hear this press report and that press report, but they're going to be able to come on and actually explain it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
So don't be worried. Like if something huge happens in women's hockey, we'll have the women's hockey players on the air to talk about it.
And the intention is for them to be back as a full run show as of the fall.
Yes. Hopefully with a league.
And hopefully with the PWHPA's involvement as well, because again, we love them. But to Liz and to Carell, if you are listening to this, they probably won't hear this, but enormously proud of what they were able to do. Guys, doing a show, despite what you might think, is really, really challenging. It's not easy, and it's especially challenging, and we found this out. over the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're doing a show on Zoom, it's different. It really is different. And these shows for us, because we're back in the same studio, feel better.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. I thought it would be a strange transition. First show, I was like, oh my God, it's like riding a bike.
And Julian and Chris do it.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew does it with all his guests.
Mm-hmm.
Liz and Carell, who had zero broadcasting experience, came in and did it. And I just have to say, round of applause to them. They were spectacular.
And listening to the pilot episode, which I don't think we ever released.
We never released it.
No.
Stunning how little time it took them to chug it, and get out of the station, and they're unreal.
Yeah.
They're unreal. Also, congratulations to Carell, PWHPA champion. Started sipping champagne.
I
know.
Yeah. So
Key defensive play, L1R1.
So proud of both of them, and we thank them so much for that. And by the way, it's not the last you heard of them. At least if we have anything to do with it, they are absolutely going to be back, which is very, very cool. So I think that wraps us for our news and stuff.
Let's not talk about I lost on Wednesday.
I
okay.
know. I didn't want to bring it up, but oh my God,
I don't want
Jesse.
to talk about it.
Okay, he doesn't want to talk about it. I
lost the Stanley Cup. That's it.
On Twitch on Wednesday, and I was watching, and it was sad. Jesse was disappointed.
6 or 7.
He did a whole intro.
Oh, God.
Steve, he made a whole intro, and then had a song ready for the win. And
so much.
He's like, "Here's the song." Okay, and we can't play it.
Is that the third time you've lost in the final?
Yeah.
Oh my.
If you count the Buffalo loss, yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh
Anyways,
my God.
It's kind of nuts. Like,
No.
you'd think at some point he would get it, but
I'm gonna move the team to Halifax.
yeah. Can you do that?
Yeah, you can.
Oh,
Halifax Leafs. Let's go.
All right.
Let's go, baby.
Maybe that's what we need.
Let's call them the Halifax Sports Report.
The Steve Dangle Podcast. Follow the guys on Twitter at Steve_Dangle, at Adam WYLDE, and at Jesse Blake. Connection complete.